yeah. All right. What is up? It's fucking... For some of you, this has been long awaited. Others of you, perhaps a little bit less so. Either way, here we are. Today is fucking leg day. Driving down to more of a hardcore gym before I move back to school. Should get a pretty fucking crazy lift. So yeah, this is pretty much episode 1 of the bulk. Day 1, current weight, 230 pounds. So, you know, over the next, wrong turn. So over the next couple of months, we're going to be increasing calories. Strength's going to go up. Sets are going to go up. Fucking size is going to go up. That's the really exciting part. But shit, if you guys are just maintaining or whatever, and you're questioning whether you should be bulking, you may as well start right now. We could be doing it together. But I'll be doing, I'm not going to make a video every day, but every time I make one, I'll check in with the weight, say how the progress is going. Oh shit. Is this light red? Ooh, fuck. That was red as fuck. Anyway, the split. I get asked about the split a lot. I don't think it's that important, honestly. It's not. Like, it's important. You don't want to have some weird ass, like, bicep day, tricep day. You don't want to have something weird going on. But from what I've sort of gathered over the last few years of lifting, is it's a pretty reasonable rule of thumb to hit every muscle group twice a week-ish, right? So every 7 or 8 days, you're going to want to hit everything twice. So when people talk about push-pull legs or the Arnold split, or like where they do push-pull legs and Arnold, that's what they're doing. They're hitting everything twice a week, and then they're taking that rest day. Now for me, I don't mess with the rest day. I just go legs, chest, back, and arms. Shoulders all kind of spread around. Like, you know, after arms, maybe I'll do side delts. You know, during chest, maybe I'll do a little bit of front delts. That's something you're going to want to hit about double, or you're going to want to hit your front delts about half as much as you do your side and rear, at least as long as they're reasonably developed. Because every time you're benching, every pressing movement, essentially, you're activating some front delt. And when you're curling, you're activating it. It's just, people overdo it, right? You want that side and rear so that your shoulder really gets a round look. So for a long time, I mean, for me, my shoulders are already reasonably overdeveloped in relation to my arms. I haven't done an overhead pressing movement in probably 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. So leave in the comments, how many of you guys are over 200 pounds and how many of you guys are below 200 pounds? So is that enough talking? Do you want more? You want less? You want more training? You gotta tell me. I don't know. I'm just showing you what I do. But let's get in there. You should start bulking with me so we can do it together. But I changed my mind. If you weigh less than 200 pounds right now, I'm mandating that you start a bulk. All right? 2023 is not the year of whatever. It's not the year. It's not a new year, new me. 2023 is the year of the 200 pounders, okay? I'm seeing way too many lifters who have been under 200 pounds for way too long. It's not a problem to be under 200 pounds. It's a problem to stay under 200 pounds. You see the difference, right? If you're growing, perfect. you're good. You're golden. You're already, that's all you can do, you know. I'm not, when I say, you know, you're breaking the law by being under 200 pounds, there is an exception when you're gaining weight, when you're actually, when essentially you're on probation, you know. If you check in with me, your probation officer, and you tell me, dude, Sam, I gained 1 pound this week. That's what I want to hear. That is fucking great. If you've got a little, just a little itch, if you've got a little something in the back of your mind that's telling you, you know, I could get a little bigger. You know, oh, that guy's kind of big. He's a little bigger than me. Fuck. Now's your sign. All right? This is the spring 2023 bulk. It has begun. Can I do 4 double cheeseburgers and a large fry? All right. We are back again. I didn't have any class today, so, you know, I slept in slept in as much as possible. I didn't get up until, oh geez, went to bed at like midnight. I didn't get out of bed till like 1. So if you're trying to build muscle, you want to recover from your training, as much sleep as you can get, the better. You know, especially at one time, right? Hey, it's gonna be a leg day today. It's kind of late, should be pretty empty. You know, standard procedure. We're gonna do, you know, hamstrings first, probably a variety of just normal seated, maybe some single arm seated. Later on, a little bit lighter, I like to do this single arm hamstring curl on the leg extension, where you sort of sit on it backwards. There's a machine that's like the same setup, but it's kind of niche, so not everybody's gonna have it. Then we'll get some squats going. Probably throw in some pendulum squats, leg extensions, and a little bit of machine leg press. All in all, should be a pretty crazy pump. So let's get after it. Back again, day number 27 of the bulk. Today is going to be a leg day. So that's going to, if you've seen one before, you pretty much already get the gist of what's going to happen. Throw down on some hamstrings, a lot of seated curls. Maybe I'll throw in some other varieties, right? Sort of help add to your training vocabulary in a sense, right? Like, you know, help you sort of realize you can do some different versions of things. Then move on to squats. Get some pendulum squats going, leg extensions, maybe some Smith machine sissy squats, and that should be it. At the end, quads should be eviscerated. But when this is uploaded, it'll be later on Valentine's Day, right? So if you missed a lift to go do a little fancy dinner with your girlfriend, or even worse, if you missed your lift so that you could go out and try to like meet somebody last minute, you are fucked in a progress perspective, right? It's just not, like, it's whatever, but especially if you're already, you know, the single bachelor type, or you're in school, you're just adding some complications to the mix. You know, if you're really legit and you want to kind of, you know, be focused on something 100%, you can't let anything bother you. You have to chillax on female action, right? So in terms of what's my favorite body part to hit, What's your, do you love chest day? Bro, I hate arm day. I hate arms. I've never really been a person to sort of put one lift over another like that. Like, they're all good for different reasons in different ways, right? Like, arms, love arm day. It's relatively easy in the sense that you're not going to be absolutely destroyed, gassed at the end of it like a leg day. Because on legs, you're getting real out of breath and shit. And then you get a cool ass arm pump. Sweet. Shoulders, chests. Well, shoulders, pretty much the same deal. Chest, love going heavy on chest. It's fun. And you get a crazy chest pump. Back, still go pretty hard, but love a back pump. Like, what do you want me to say? I like it all. And then legs, you know, I love a leg pump. And then legs is also fun because it's hard. I'd say out of all of the muscle groups that you're going to train, legs will be the one where a good workout would probably take the most out of you, which would make sense why so many people just end up skipping legs. It's too hard. Plus, you're wearing pants all the time anyway. So that's the logic. Like, who's going to even see my legs? But if you're a real lifter at your core, you know you can't neglect any body parts. You gotta find growth. You gotta adapt your growth vector in every possible location. So legs, you gotta get bigger. Back, you gotta get bigger. Chest, shoulders, arms, everything bigger, goddammit. So I'm gonna finish this pre. We're gonna get in there. It's probably gonna be fucking empty. It's like 1 a.m. When I finished class today, I just passed out. So I took like a real big nap during what should have been my training window. And then I didn't wake up until pretty late. So, should be empty, no distractions. Sounds like a pretty good mix for a abhorrent leg pump. Oh my god. I'm so fucking ready for bed. So, I was flat out of gas, like 0 mile range. So, it is late as fuck. I thought I was gonna get shot. And I hope you guys are getting a little bit more excited when you're watching these. Or if you're eating a meal right now, scruff down those last few bites. If you're hitting your cardio, don't get off the bike a few minutes early. Get those 30 minutes in. Make sure you get a good sweat going. And if you're staying up late watching this video, fuck you, turn this shit off and go to bed. You're not going to grow if you stay up. So I'll see you next time. There we go. It's day 30 something. Don't remember. It's like 35. This morning, woke up extra heavy. Scale read 249. 149. So felt pretty full. And I've kind of been bouncing around between like 5,000 and 6,000 calories, but I think I got to start hitting closer to 6 if I actually want to keep, in car. Day 36 of the bulk. We're getting up there in weight. God damn it. Today was 247, so a little lighter than how much I woke up yesterday, but it's all about that average trend line, right? So I got like a little graph of my weight, and it's going up and down by the day, but overall upward trend, exactly what I want to see. So chest and shoulders, that's what we got today. Sunday, another day off, so I ended up just eating a bunch of food and then sleeping. Like a perfect day in a bodybuilding context. Then, time to hit the gym. Kind of early. It's only 10 o'clock. I've been going obnoxiously late. Honestly, I need to start going at like 6. I've got back tomorrow, so I'll see if I can, manage to get to the gym before sundown. I don't think it's going to change too much of your performance. As long as you eat your meals, or you're well rested, then you should be good. But, it's probably just a better schedule to go earlier. I do like going late though, because then the gym's empty. Pretty much usually get it all to myself. Makes it easier to do supersets and whatnot. But either way, fucking didn't get any tang yet, so still gonna be drinking the Kool-Aid in the gym. So for anybody that was curious and was gonna ask me what I'm drinking, which they always do, it's just fucking Kool-Aid, intra-workout carbs, no aminos or anything special. I think that's, if you're a beginner lifter and you're thinking about what to buy, just get your creatine, your protein powder, and pre-workout and multivitamins. So a little bit of a hefty list, but aminos are not on it. Just don't sweat it. So guess what today it is? Holy shit. Well, you already know what fucking day it is. You read the title. But it is chest day. Day number something. I forget. But fucking excited. Chest and shoulders gonna be sweet. It's actually, not midnight tonight. I'm lifting at, it's like 7:30 right now. That's good for me. So hopefully it won't be too busy in there. Morning weight, again 250. Looks like 250 is about my max at the moment. Because I'll bounce around a few pounds. Like I've kind of been bouncing around 250, 248 the last few days. So the more days I can be at 250, guess what? In another week or another couple of days, then 251 and 252. I mean, it'll just, like, your weight's gonna bounce around when you're bulking up and even when you're dieting, but what you're looking for is that trend line, which as long as you're on track with your macros and your sleep and you don't do anything too crazy in terms of your diet, you should make some good progress. So in terms of chest, gonna keep it pretty much the same as usual. Just dumbbell bench first. I might throw in some Smith machine bench. I kind of get the itch for that. Some machine incline press. Pec deck. Then probably some cable flies to finish it off. And that'll be good. And then after that, get shoulders in. For the most part, any lifter who's made considerable gains, like let's say a year above, their front delts, at least in terms of relative to their side and rear delts, their front delts are going to be the biggest out of the three, just because when you do any pressing movements like bench or mainly bench, you're going to work your front delts. So then if you double up and you hit them on shoulder day too with overhead press or whatever, like dumbbell press, they're just gonna get overly developed. So for me, I've been lifting for a while, so my front delts, especially in like a double bicep pose, like they're even taller than my bicep. So I kind of like to think that it's, people have different looks, but if you do a bicep flex and your bicep is at about the height of your shoulder or higher, then that's a bit more impressive in my mind. Kind of makes your arms look even bigger. So I've been chilling out on front delts. Like, I haven't done any overhead pressing for years. It's got to be like 2 or 3 years. But I mean, back then I was like, I'd throw the 110s up for shoulder press. I always liked the dumbbells the most. But the main idea, your front delts are probably big enough relative to your physique. Put more emphasis on your side and rear delts. If you still want to hit them, you know, maybe do half the amount of volume on your front delts than you do for side and rear. Because the bigger that your side and rear delts can be, the more round and cool your shoulder is going to look, especially from the side and the back. So I'm going to drink this pre and then we can get in there. All right, chest and shoulders. Got fucking pumped to hell. Very successful lift. There we go. Whoa. Fucking pothole, goddammit. I ended up staying and talking to my main man, Nathan. Whoa! Oh, look at that, I'm talking right to you. But, so I didn't drink the, I'm not going to drink the dextrose post-workout shake now. I already drank it. So, again, I'll keep preaching it. Let's say you're a new lifter. What do you want to do in terms of supplements that will actually work and are not just random BS? Right? Probably number one, well, whatever. I'll just say them in this order. They're all important for different reasons. But creatine, take your fucking 5 grams or more per day. You're going to be golden. Don't worry about a loading phase. That's, just don't worry about it. It's not important, right? Just 5 grams per day. I've been doing upwards of like 8. I might just be wasting it, but I'd rather do more than not enough, right? I'd rather do more than I need than less than I need. So creatine, it's going to fucking make you a little bit stronger. It's going to give you a little bit of, you know, maybe a little bit of an extra rep or 2, extra ATP floating around. You know, everybody's heard the science behind it. So creatine, legit. Take it. If you're not, you're a fool. Vitamins, right? You're going to want to take all of your fucking vitamins. Everybody, for the most part, is going to have at least a vitamin D deficiency. And, you know, if you're a machine, right? Let's say you're a car, you don't just need gas, which is food, right? You also need your windshield wiper fluid. You need your oil. Blah, 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 right? So it's not just about what you're eating. It's also about your micronutrients. So I'd say an adult multivitamin is probably good enough. And then maybe if it's missing out on a little bit of stuff like biotin or I don't know which other ones. I just take a bunch of them. But if you just get like an adult multivitamin, you're gonna be good. Just take that every night. You can even get it in a fucking gummy, right? It's not that bad. So if you're afraid of like swallowing pills, some people, just get your adult multivitamin gummy. You'll be good to go. Pre-workout. It's fucking gonna give you a better pump, right? The caffeine's gonna give you some more energy. You'll be able to go harder. I'd say the only ingredients that you need to look for in a pre-workout are going to be arginine, L-arginine, citrulline malate, and caffeine. Those 3 ingredients are the primary ones in any good pre-workout, right? The arginine and the citrulline are, those are the pump ingredients. So they're going to help get more fluid floating around in your bloodstream, make you look a little bit more veiny while you're working out. Can improve your, in a bro science logic, it'll improve your blood flow which will help get more oxygen around to all your muscles. And the more oxygenated your muscles are, the better they're going to perform and recover. But in a more direct result, you're just going to get a way better pump, which is going to correlate to the quality of your workout. And the caffeine, that's going to give you some fucking energy. Now, if you get crazy jittery, or if like caffeine doesn't work with you, maybe look for a non-stim pre-workout, right? So, one that always comes to mind, I hate to say this without having like a little code or some shit, but pretty much the standard, like, good dosed pre-workout is like Gorilla Mind. Anything from them is going to be well dosed. But for the most part, pre-workouts are all going to be the same, right? It's just the same ingredients, different flavors. Sometimes they add a bunch of other random shit. Like if you look at the ingredients list on your pre right now, if you've got one at home, it's probably got fucking 30 different ingredients, right? But the only ones that really matter, as far as I'm concerned, are going to be the citrulline, arginine, and the caffeine. So what I do is I buy those in bulk. So I go on Amazon, I look up fucking NutriCost, and oh Jesus. Yeah, fuck yeah. So I go on Amazon, I look up NutriCost, L-arginine, citrulline malate, caffeine. So I get like, 500 grams of the arginine at a time. And I get like 500 grams of the citrulline at a time, or whatever the largest amount you can get is. And it doesn't have to be from NutriCost. It can be from whatever bulk supplement shit you want. But just buying those bulk ingredients is more cost effective than taking your pre every day for like $40 per tub for like a month's worth. And the caffeine is going to come in these little individual capsules, right? 200, I get the ones that are 200 milligrams each, because that's what I do as my dose, right? So before this workout, I mixed up like 8 grams of arginine, 8 grams of the citrulline malate, and then 200 grams of the 200 milligrams of the caffeine. And then I throw in some Tang. Was it Tang this time? I don't remember. No, this time it was Kool-Aid. So if you get the bulk ingredients like I'm telling you to, and you weigh them out, every time you do your pre, you have to add some kind of flavoring, or else you're just drinking straight up like the bitterest, weirdest tasting liquid you've ever had in your life. So if I'm bulking, then I mix up like 100 grams of carbs worth of Tang, and or like Kool-Aid or Gatorade powder would work fine. Just anything sugary, because I don't mind having extra calories floating around. In fact, I want more calories per day. So the more food you can eat, and the different levels of or the different types of food or calories you can consume throughout the day, the better. So 400 calories in the pre, down the hatch, perfect. And when I'm dieting, I'll mix the pre-workout like bulk components with Crystal Light. That's kind of my go-to 0-calorie water flavoring. It's just sweetened with aspartame. That's what's in pretty much the majority of any 0-calorie soda or like diet, whatever, Coke product. Now, aspartame, a lot of people give it a bad rap. Sometimes people say that diet soda tastes worse than regular, or like, they just make a bunch of weird, random-ass claims about aspartame. I don't buy into it. I've taken in a lot of aspartame per day. Like, when I've got that gallon jug around, like, I fill the whole thing up with, like these 0-calorie sweeteners. And I'm doing like that like day after day. I haven't noticed any problems. Don't consider it for yourself. Like, maybe look into it. But you'd have to take like, I think in animal studies, you would have to drink the equivalent of like 300 gallons of diet soda per day before you started to experience any sort of problems. Don't quote me on that exactly, but whatever. Main idea is when I take pre, I buy the bulk ingredients, the main three, caffeine, citrulline, arginine, mix them up myself, throw in something to sweeten it, whether or not that's sugary or sugar-free, depends on whether or not I'm dieting or bulking. And then it's fucking, it's got the right amount of shit that I want. And, it's a bit more cost-effective that way as well. So, fuck, what else was I talking about? Chest and shoulders got smashed. Did calves at the end. Oh yeah, what supplements are good? Okay, yeah. Pre-workout, good. Vitamins, good. Creatine, good. Protein powder. Sometimes people hate on protein powder. They're like, oh, it's not real food. Which I can understand that to an extent. But you got to think, what is real food, right? If you break down, food into just its basic components, the carbs, fats, proteins, then I don't see the harm, or I don't see why it wouldn't benefit you the same if you just get each one, on its own, right? Like if you drink a protein shake, you're going to get 50 grams of protein in. And if you eat 50 grams of protein worth of chicken or something, then you're also going to get 50 grams of protein in. Now, you're not going to want to take soy protein or vegan protein powder because plant proteins are not complete. You're not going to, benefit from them as well as you would like a whey or a casein or something like that, like a normal dairy protein powder. But calories in, calories out, as long as you hit your macros, you're good. I would recommend the more real food you can eat, the better, right? Like the more actual meats and eggs you can eat instead of protein shakes, that's probably going to do you a little bit better because those are going to be more complete foods. But at the end of the day, let's say you just don't have access, right? Let's say the only thing that you can eat for protein in a day is protein powder. Guess what? That is going to be pretty comparable to if you ate, meats and actual protein sources. As long as you hit your actual, as long as you hit the same macros at the end of the day, right? Because at the end, I'm saying at the end of the day alone. But either way, once you finish eating all of your food for the day, you will have eaten, so-and-so amount of protein, so-and-so amount of fats, so-and-so amount of carbs. And what matters is the amount, not necessarily the source from which you got it. So if I ate, 4,000 calories in a day, and it was from, rice and sweet potatoes and, fish and beef, what you would pretty much think of as healthy foods-ish, right? I'm still going to gain weight because that's going to put me in a calorie surplus. And if I were to eat 1,500 calories worth of, let's just say protein powder, ice cream, and Skittles, right? Let's say that was my diet for the day. As long as I only ate 1,500 calories worth of food, then I'm still going to lose weight, right? Because in terms of gaining or losing weight, the only thing that matters is the amount of calories that went into your body. And in terms of gaining muscle, you're going to want to hit your protein, so that's a little different, but you get what I'm saying. So, creatine, good. Vitamins, good. Protein powder, good. Pre-workout, good. Aminos, don't worry about it. As long as you eat your protein, I think the aminos are just a cash grab. You're not gonna get much benefit. And then anything else that's a little bit weird or funky, ashwagandha type, do it if you want. I don't know if I see the benefit for the most part. So hope I've opened your eyes up to a little, at least one piece of information, this little car rant that you can take home with you and apply to the rest of your lifting life. I'm gonna get home, eat some food, start editing this fucking video for tomorrow, and then go to bed. God damn it. I've been saying this at the end of every video, but if you're doing your cardio right now, good on you. You're a fucking legend. If you're eating your meal, fucking scarf that shit down, right? Get ready for the next one in an hour or two. And if you're staying up too late, you know, if you've got early morning cardio in the morning, or if you've got to get up for class, you know, go to fucking sleep. Because when you're well rested, that's when you're going to be performing your best. So, I will see you next time, god damn it. If you watched the last video, you know I was talking all that shit. Fucking 250. 250 is the new 220. Fuck. Woke up at 249.6 this morning, god damn it. What the fuck? That's alright, but I mean, you know, it's all about the trend line over time. Your weight's gonna go up and down each day. But man, I thought I was in the 250s locked. Shit. Just gotta keep getting my meals in. Fucking takes time. So today, it's gonna be arms. Just straight up fucking arm day. Calves at the end as well, like normal. So in terms of arms, I think people overcomplicate some of the movements, right? Like, you've seen some of the little fancier movements where, like, for triceps, you take two cables and you go like one at a time so the cables cross in front of you. Or like fucking, I don't know, that's pretty much the only example of that I can think of. Or whatever sort of random kind of weird curl variation, you know, or like you're twisting the dumbbell on the way up and you turn it back down on the way down. It's whatever. From what I've gathered, or at least what I've done so far, pretty much as like the main technique for arms is, I mean, you just treat it like any other fucking muscle. So hit it heavy, get a fucking gnarly pump. So triceps is gonna be pretty much all push downs of multiple varieties. I've been liking the rope, single arm cable, where you get your hand over top of the handle, you push it downward like that, or just a straight bar. If my gym had a dip machine, I wouldn't mind throwing in some of the dips. I don't really care for like body weight dips for triceps. That is never really click with me, but the machines I like. And biceps is just gonna be a, you know, fuck ton of normal, you know, alternating dumbbell curls, maybe a few single arm cable curls, maybe some preachers, or no, maybe some machine preacher curls. Just have to see. But the main idea, fucking most of the sets, heavies you can go for, like, you know, a normal rep range, probably about 10 to 20. Maybe throw in some drop sets, but otherwise pretty simple. So if you want to save this for later and follow along with, you know, the exercise choice, maybe change the weight a little, I'm sure you'd have a good fucking lift. So I'm gonna finish this pre, and then I guess I'll just end the video first, and then we can fucking get in there and get started. God damn it, should be pretty fucking good. Oh, fuck! That was a good workout, but I gotta get to bed. Shit. I may be on point with my training and my diet, but in terms of staying on a regular sleep schedule, I've got some work to do. There we go. Kind of like the steering wheel to be in frame. Shit. So fucking arms decimated. That was my best arm pump in, I don't even know, days, weeks, years? Was that the best arm pump ever? Honestly, considering the fact that right now I'm at my heaviest ever, that very well may have been the biggest my arms have ever been with that pump. That's a good fucking feeling. Holy shit. Let's keep that up. Whew. I'll be real with you. I was not feeling crazy motivated for that lift. Like obviously that wouldn't stop me from going to the gym, of course, but it took me a few sets of those triceps before I started to really get in the zone. Right? I've typically whenever I feel like that, if let's say I put off lifting so I have to go late and I'm a little bit tired, I pretty much just sort of remind myself, like, the second that I get in there and I start fucking around with the weights, it's just gonna get me wired, and then I'll be ready to go. So, you know, if you don't necessarily have the resolve that I do, to the point where if you sort of aren't in the mood to hit the gym, that can like stop you from going, shit, you just gotta fucking, man, I'm not your dad, you know, I'm not your football coach. I can't sort of tell you how to be motivated, right? You're gonna have to sort of figure that out on your own, because the most powerful source of motivation is gonna be intrinsic, right? You can't look for other people to, you know, push you. Like, sure, they will, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's pretty much up to you to put in the work. So if you're feeling a little tired, man, I'm just blah 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 nonsense. Take your pre, slam it, just get in the car and go. Right? Like, if you got to sit in the car for a few minutes before it kicks in, you know, so you start to kind of wake up, fuck, whatever, man. That's better than staying home being a schmuck, I tell you what. But you got to ride the line, because there's a difference between, you know, just being like, I don't know if I want to go to the gym right now, and being like, all right, my legs are still sore as fuck. I've got legs today. Should I go hit legs knowing that they're sore, or should I stay home, hit my meals, rest, hit legs tomorrow when I'm fresher? You see, now those two things are completely different. Those are completely different scenarios. So when people ask me, I've been getting a lot of questions about the split and about rest days. So right now I go legs, chest, back, legs, chest and shoulders, back, arms, calves every day, and then I just repeat that loop once I'm done with it. So in terms of rest days, if I need one, I'll take one. Like, if I actually feel that it will be more beneficial for me in terms of muscle growth to stay home and just eat food and rest, or to go to the gym, fucking hit the gym, hit the weights, whatever, you know, whichever one I feel like is going to be more effective, that's the one I'll do. And for the most part, I think people confuse overtraining with just being a little bit fucking tired. So rest days, I'd say they're overrated. overrated in a general sense. You know, let's say you just did squats. You just did a hard leg day. Oh, but my central nervous system might be fried. I don't want to fry my CNS. Are you a fucking power lifter? Are you doing an all-out, maxed set, utilizing 100% of your muscle fibers for a 1 rep max to the point where your fucking nose is bleeding? Did you do that? No? Oh, well, your central nervous system is probably fine, right? Your fucking body is tough. The human body is extraordinarily resilient, or at least it can be, right? With the right piloting. You know, if you're a pussy, I'm just saying that to be mean, but if you don't train your body, you feed it real, well, you know how I feel about calories, right? You know, I eat a bunch of sugar and just like what people would consider unhealthy food because, you know, calories in, calories out. But let's say, you know, you only eat processed fats and sugars, you get like 0 protein, no activity during the day, your body's just gonna fucking waste away. And that's what's gonna make you fucking tired all day, you can't go hard, fucking out of breath, yikes, right? But if you were to just kind of push through that little barrier, right? I say this a lot, the first few months being a completely new lifter, coming from untrained to getting into a full-on workout split, those first few months are going to be the hardest because you're absolutely not used to any of it. But once you get past that, you start to get used to it. That's your body's new normal, right? How do you fucking think that you're going to say you are overtrained or your central nervous system is fried when there are fucking people out there doing the fucking gnarliest shit? David Goggins style 100-mile marathons, whatever. Just bananas insane athletic feats. Guess what? You're a fucking human being too. Under the right training, as long as you don't have a serious handicap of some sort, you could do that shit. I'm not saying if you're 5 foot you can dunk, but you understand my optimistic logic. So, rest days, probably don't fucking need it. Just hit the gym, be a baller. But if you want to take rest days, you know, throw in like, I would not go past 2 a week. I think that's foolish. But if you want to do rest days, you can't fucking live without them, do it. You know, if I were to have taken 1 rest day every week for my entire training career, I'm sure I'd probably be about the same size. I think it would have just been kind of negligible, right? I fucking love training, love being in the gym, so guess what? I don't want to take a rest day. I want to get in there. And I feel like, for the most part, I'll still be progressing towards my goal. So what else was I about to fucking say? Shit. I was about to say something. Fuck. Whatever. Let's just transition to the dextrose. Oh, dextrose shake. Thought I forgot it. Oh, fuck you. Dextrose. What's in here? What is in this shaker bottle? We got 50 grams of dextrose and a scoop of protein powder. What's the benefit of that? What the fuck is dextrose? Dextrose is just the simplest sugar you can get a hold of. And what it's going to do is as soon as you slam this shake, it's going to tell your body to fucking partition all these carbohydrates and all these nutrients straight into the fucking muscle. Honestly, I should have drank this already. What the fuck is wrong with me? So since it's so simple, you could basically equate that to like a sugar rush. Blood sugar is going to spike. Insulin is going to spike in response. It's going to shoot the nutrients in your muscle. Going to help you fucking recover. I definitely think that if you were to implement this, even on a cut, right? Like even if you're dieting and you're in a caloric deficit, I'm definitely going to partition these fucking, this dextrose into the training. Because what's going to happen is it's going to help me recover my fucking worn down muscles after I've worked them. And then, in the case of losing body fat, it should help me maintain more strength and more muscle mass. So, just to put it in as simple as possible, go on Amazon, buy dextrose, 50 grams in a shaker plus 1 scoop of protein. Post workout, literally as soon as you're done working out, slam it. It will improve your results. You may not notice right away, or maybe you will. Maybe you'll feel a little bit more energized, but it will definitely change the trajectory of your training. So let me fucking slam this. Oh. Ooh. So you got to remember. It's basically 50 grams of sugar in a shake. So it's unsettlingly sweet. So your best bet is not to sip on this. Your best bet is just get it down and then be done with it. Whew. So let's get home, fucking shower up, meal, vitamins, bedtime. Fucking excited. Love going to bed. That's where you're gonna grow, goddammit. Let me try not to crash into this fucking light pole worker. Whoop. Alright, so this has kind of become a little bit of my outro sequence of phrases. But if you're eating a meal right now, fucking finish that shit up quick. Right? Don't just sit there poking at it. Eat it. You're not there to look at it. Don't play with your food. If you're doing your cardio, you're a goddamn legend. You're following the rules. Fuck yeah. And if you're staying up too late watching this fucking video and you gotta go to bed, you gotta wake up early, you're putting your gains at risk, man. Sleep is up there. Sleep has gotta be one of the most important factors of the results of your training. So turn this fucking shit off. Go to bed. So I will fucking see you next time.